Hi guys, welcome to another interesting tutorial. I'm Yinky, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make a notched collar flared jacket. And this type of jacket is a kind of reversible jacket that you can wear both sides. Both sides are wearable, and this is how the outcome looks. You can see it's very beautiful. I'll be showing you in this tutorial how to cut this type of flared notched collar jacket. So let's get started. This is the Ankara fabric, and this is my lining. And so that means you must use a good material for both the lining and the main fabric. So my lining has been folded into two, then I'll fold on bias. So that means I'll just fold like a triangle, like so. Then after you have folded like a bias, you take the actual length, then leave 4 inches here at least. These 4 inches will be used for your extension, collar extension. And input the back measurement. The back measurement is 16 inches divided by 2, which will give me 8 inches. 16 inches is my back measurement. And after I have input that, I will just use my chalk to bring the mark out. Then on a straight line, I'll just measure this, then check if this 4 inches is intact, because you need it later on to bring out your collar extension. And this type of folding, you can see I've folded the front and the back together. I have folded the front and back together. Then I'm going to take my dress length here. I'll be using 32 inches. Remember, this is the lining, so the main fabric will be longer than this by 2 inches. When we get there, I will explain more. So you just take the full dress measurement like so, like you're cutting a flared top. And after that, take the half length measurement. The half length is 17 inches. Then here I will input the neck circumference, the neck width, not circumference. The neck width is 2.5 inches. Then so here I'm going to take the depth by 3 inches, and the width will be by 2.5 inches. And this represents the front neckline. The front neckline. Though we are taking the back and the front together, but at the same time we'll be making it on the same line. So after I have done that, I have extended the front neckline towards the 4 inches allowance. So here I'll be taking the button allowance of 2 inches here. Button allowance of 2 inches will be taken here. Then after I've taken the button allowance, I will extend it down to the hemline of the dress, like so. I will extend it down like so to the hemline of the dress. Then here is the upper chest of 7 inches. Then I'll curve it up for the armhole circumference. Since my armhole circumference is 18 inches and it's intact already. Then here is the back neck width, like I told you, is 2.5. Then the depth is 1. The back neck depth is 1 inches. Then after I've done that, I'll take the break point. The break point is 17 inches, which is my half length. The half length is the break point. Then you mark from the neckline down to the half length like so. Then just take it the way I just took it right now. Then the next thing to do is to create the notch. The notch will be created here where I just pointed. Then I'm going to take from the button allowance, I will take 2 inches from the button allowance. Take 2 inches like so. Then extend it up by 1 inch like so. Extend it up by 1 inch like so. Here we are creating our notched collar. So connect it from the button allowance like this. Then you have created the notch. Then this is, I'm trying to bring out the button allowance. I want to make it visible. So the back collar extension is 3 inches. So I'm going to input the back collar extension here. Starting from the back neckline, the extension is 3 inches. Then you can just add half of an inch for the sewing allowance. So that means I just input 3.5. And here this is the collar width, which is 4 inches. The collar width is 4 inches, so that when you fold it, it will give us 2. So after I have done that, I'll just connect it with a French curve to the notch. I'll connect it with a French curve to the notch like so. So bring your French curve and connect like so. So we have completed the collar creation. So the collar creation has been completed, and this is how it will look. This is how it will look. And the back neckline will be removed first. So pay attention here. You can see how I'm removing the back neckline. So the one on top will be used for the back neckline. So when we get here, we are going to slit the armhole circumference out. So you're going to slit through like so. When I get here, I will stop because I'm not going to slit to the hem line. Then here, I'm going to cut out in this way. I want to check my armhole circumference if it's 18 inches that is here, and I can see it's intact after checking it. So I'll just cut the armhole out like this. After I have done that, I'm almost done with the front. The back, don't forget, the front is what I'm trying to trace out now. How I am going to trace the front. I'm trying to trace out the front the way we just marked it. You know, we chalked it on the back, so I need to retrace it on the front. So this is where I will cut. Pay attention here because you need to know where to cut when it comes to this part. So I'll just cut through like so. Is the notch I'm trying to bring out. First of all, bring out the notch, and after you have brought out the notch, don't cut the back together with it. Then I'll cut out the collar. So the collar will come out like so. Then I'll come here, I'll cut like so. So remember where your back is starting from so that you will not touch that part. Then here, you can see we are not fixing the collar separate. We are cutting the collar together with it. So that's why you don't need to, you need to be very, very careful. I need to trace out the collar here because the collar will come with the extent. It will be an extension of the front neckline. So that's the back collar will be an extension of the front neckline. That's what I'm trying to trace. So that because I'm not joining the collar separate, I'm not joining the back collar separate. So I'll cut out through here. You can see how I just cut it out. And this is the shoulder. And here I have the complete circle. The complete jacket is here. So this is the lapel. So from the break point, I'll just connect it like so to the notch like this. So this is how you're going to just connect like so. Then I'll cut it out. You can see how it looks. So after I've done that, the whole thing is to cut out the whole circular pattern, as in the whole jacket, the circular jacket. So this is the roll line that I just use my chalk to trace. So you roll it over like so, then the back, the collar will turn to the back like so, and I'm going to join it at the mid back. So this is the back and this is the front. So I have the two pieces together in one cutting. So this part will not be cut at all. Don't cut it because it will make it flawless, and it will be, and just it will continue. The continuity will be so pure. So just open the front jacket like so. The front panel will be opened up like so. Then what you're going to do is to join the jacket together on the shoulder. So this is the back. I'll place the front like so. You can see the way I'm placing the back. I'll just join together on the shoulder, and this is how it will come. So what I have cut here is what I'll go and use to cut the Ankara fabric. We are almost done. So the Ankara fabric will be cut like so. Just place it the same way I folded the lining is the same way I have folded the Ankara fabric. I folded it on a bias also, but the only thing I did is that I extended the Ankara fabric on the hem line by 2 inches. So the 2 inches, it depends on how many inches you want to use. You can also use 1 inch. 1 inch is okay. Half of an inch is also okay. Depends on you. So the Ankara fabric will be cut out like so. You can see the way I'm you're just using your lining to cut out the Ankara fabric. There is no much work here. So here you can remember we added 2 inches extra here. So here I'll first of all be cutting out the back neckline, and that's what you're seeing me adjusting. Then after I have cut out the back neckline, I'll cut out the armhole like so. The armhole will be cut together. Both the front and the back armhole will be cut together. Then after that, the front neckline extension of the collar, so that will be cut out like so. You can see it's very simple. It's very simple. Then here, this is the roll line. So I'm going to chalk out the roll line because we need it later on. So I'll chalk out the roll line, and this will turn over like so. And after I have done that, the next thing we are done with the cutting of the Ankara fabric. We are done, and I'll bring out the lining. And this is what we have. I just need to show you how the Ankara fabric looks after I have cut it out. This is how it looks. And the next thing is to bring the roll line of the lining, place it on another piece of Ankara. This is on fold already. The Ankara piece is on fold because I need to cut 2 pieces of this. Then because we want to remove this part and place Ankara, that's what we want to do. So I will be tracing this part out on the roll line. I will trace it out like so, fold it backward and trace it out carefully, following the roll extension. And after I've done that, I will add 1/2 inch sewing allowance because we need to join it to that part where you're removing it. You need to join it back, so add your sewing allowance. So after I've done that, this is what I have. Then I'll cut it out like so. Cut it out carefully, follow the notch part, then the neckline, everything, follow it carefully. Then after I've done that, the next thing is to fix it up. So this will be done on the sewing machine. Here I'll cut this part out because this is where you're going to place the Ankara fabric. So I'll be removing this carefully. So don't forget to cut 2 pieces because you have 2 panels at the front. So after I've done that, we are done with the cutting of the jacket. This is the sleeve. The sleeve length is 10 inches on the Ankara, and we are placing the Ankara on the lining because we want to cut the lining also. So extend the lining by 6 inches extra because there's a design on the sleeve that the sleeve turn over to the Ankara. So the essence of adding the 6 inches is to turn over the lining to the Ankara. Then you will see the effect on the picture. So you can understand this when you check the picture. And this is how you're going to cut out. So make sure the sleeve is big a little. Add like 2 inches extra to your normal round sleeve. And we are done with the cutting. Then I will see you in my next tutorial for the sewing tutorial. I love you and stay blessed until then. Bye.